Welcome to the Lauren Blackwell channel. Today I want to talk about Akon and his soon-to-be ex-wife, Tomika. After almost 30 years, about 28 years and some months, it appears that Akon and Tomika's marriage is about to end in a custody battle over their son, who is a year away from turning 18, and over who gets to pay spousal support or not. Akon and Tomika have been married since 1996. That is a very long time ago. Some of us weren't born yet at the time. So they've been married for many years, so obviously they've been through a lot, especially when you consider the fact that Akon believes in polygamy, and I don't know if Tomika believes in it or not, but yeah, there's been a lot of rumors that Akon has other wives. I don't know if he ever really confirmed it, but we've been hearing that he has wives and children in California and some in Africa as well, and that he has a total of 9 children. So this marriage must have been quite the roller coaster for his wife. But 30 years later, and this is where they are, fighting over their son and money, basically. We all know who Akon is. He's a well-known singer and songwriter. He's won a lot of awards. He has a lot of well-known music out there. But his wife, Tomika, is also a singer and a businesswoman. She has made a lot of music with Akon that he has produced. Her name is Amirror. If you have seen K. Michelle, honestly, you have seen Tomika. They look so much alike to me. I don't know if you guys can see the similarity, but even their mannerisms are very similar. She is currently on tour with Akon, or at least they were a few days ago, and she posted pictures and videos of them together in Mumbai, and I guess they are keeping their professional relationship going while they get this divorce. This is very confusing because he does music with her. They have a child together. They're in a custody battle, but they're going to be spending a lot of time together because they make music together. They tour together. So I don't know what is going on here and how they're going to sort this out, but it looks like it's going to be very confusing because they make music together. Now, this divorce was filed in September, so I don't know if perhaps they may decide to stay together after all and try to make it work. And that is why they're back on good terms. But it's also possible that they have to be together because they work together and their brands are intertwined in a lot of the projects that she has done in the past and the ones that she's doing currently. She recently posted a video on her page of them in India, where Akon is touring and where she is performing with Akon. So I don't know. If you look at her TikTok, she also has her ring still, where I'm assuming refers to her marriage to Akon, and it's still posted on there in her bio. Maybe she forgot to change it. I noticed it's changed on Instagram but not on her TikTok. It still shows the ring, and it still shows her bio as first lady, the first lady. People tend to use that term. A lot of women tend to use that term in reference to their marriage to their husband, which I always thought it was strange, because does that not insinuate that there are other women in the picture? But yeah, her ring is still in her bio. As for the reason for their divorce, she was the one who filed, by the way, and she listed irreconcilable differences. Of course, that's the most common when people don't want to go into details, or when there's too much detail to write down. But yeah, irreconcilable differences as their reason. I will not be surprised if Part of the reason for this separation is the issues with him wanting to have other wives or believing in polygamy and all of these children that he has. I do believe that he has a lot of children, like people said, and it's a very complex relationship for the wife to navigate. And he only has one child with his wife, and then he has all of these other children. And the fact that he does not believe that she should be the only woman in his life, well, that tends to complicate marriages, right? So I'm not surprised at all. I posted a clip of him and his wife, his soon-to-be ex-wife, walking through Mumbai, and I noticed that there was no physical contact at all between them. His hands were in his pocket the entire time. And I don't know, it's just giving, we're trying to be civil, we work together, we need to do this together. It's just not giving there's reconciliation in the horizon or we're trying to make this work. That's not what I'm getting from this clip. The fact that both of his hands are in his pocket, I mean, you're in a foreign country, you're surrounded by people, you would think that he would be a little bit more protective, or at least hold his wife's hand, or guide her in some way so that all of these people aren't weaving in between them. But it doesn't seem like there's any physical contact between them, which lets me think that they are together and presenting this way for their job, because they have to do this. They work together, they've written music together, they're performing the songs that they've made together on this trip to India, so they have to present this sort of a front, which makes sense. You have to work with anybody for business purposes. Honestly, I can work with anyone. Whether I get along with you or not is irrelevant when it comes to work. I can work with anybody, so I understand why they have to present this way. As for the custody battle with their 17-year-old son, I don't understand that, because okay, so here's the thing. Tomika is requesting full legal custody of their 17-year-old son and shared physical custody of the boy. He's 17 years old. He's going to be 18 very soon, and he will be able to decide where he wants to live, if he wants to live with his father or if he wants to live with his mother. So is it this next 12 months that they are fighting over custody for? Like, could they not have come to some sort of verbal agreement regarding that, since it's just a year from now? The boy is going to be able to decide for himself. I don't know, but obviously whoever has full legal custody have certain responsibilities that they have to meet. We don't know what those responsibilities are with their son. Who knows, perhaps he needs more care than the average boy of his age. We don't know what the situation is. Also, whoever has legal custody of a child have certain access to finances from the other spouse and etc. But that does not come without responsibilities, right? So it's probably a more complex situation than what we understand. So maybe that's why they are having this custody battle over a 17-year-old boy. Tomika has been posting about this new brand that she's creating called Reflection Collection. Initially, I thought that she was going to be owning this business with her husband as, a partner. But I'm starting to think that perhaps it is just her thing. It's as far as what she has posted so far, she's posted some jewelry and she said it is still in the works. Initially, I thought it was going to be something music related. I thought she was starting a label of her own or something. But as she posts more and more, it's going to be a product line, it appears. And so far, she's posted some jewelry. And I don't see Akon post anything about this on his page, which lets me think that he may not be a part of it. Because I was like, well, if they have all of this stuff going together, this is going to get very messy. But I think it's just her own thing, this reflection collection. To be married to someone for 30 years and to be denied spousal support, if you have supported the spouse of yours for the past 30 years, is insane. I don't necessarily go, like, while I don't necessarily think that everyone that's been married before should have to pay spousal support, I think it should be viewed at a case-by-case basis. But I think that if you've been married to someone and you've truly supported them and they achieved success throughout your marriage, and you two are about to go your separate ways, is it really fair to say that the other person has not contributed to your success? Like, how can you say that if you two were partners all of this time? And some of the things that they were able to do in the home front is what allowed you to focus on your work outside of the home for you to achieve all this success. Like, so the issue of spousal support is not, to me, that's not the negative thing. It's that sometimes people ask for too much and it's ridiculous. You know, it's like, I don't think that one person should have to support their ex's lifestyle completely. I think they should be able to contribute to it if they are able to, you know, but not like completely foot the bill of somebody else's lifestyle that you're no longer in a relationship with. That part I do not agree with. So anyway, Akon is fighting this spousal support because he does not want to pay spousal support to his soon-to-be ex-wife, Tomika. And Tomika is doing the same. She does not want to pay spousal support to Akon. We don't know which one of them has the most wealth, to be honest, because they're both artists. And yes, Akon is the more popular one and the more successful one as far as we know, but Akon has had a lot of issues in the past. I don't think he's worth as much as he used to be anymore because he has not been making the hits that he used to make. And he's also been having a lot of issues. Like, he's had some legal issues recently where he was arrested because he was driving on a suspended license. And he said it was a clerical error that caused him to still have a suspended license, and he has to appear in court. But they also found some item in his vehicle that caused him to get a ticket, and whether or not that item will cause him more legal trouble, I don't know. But it's like legal troubles comes with a lot of expenses, especially if you're well known, if you're a celebrity and they know you have money, or you're gonna pay a lot to get out of it. So if he's having all of this legal trouble and he's not making the hits that he used to make, we really don't know which one of them has the most money. And there's gonna be a reason why his soon-to-be ex-wife is worried about having to pay spousal support, right? Because she probably knows that when it comes to finances, they probably may be closer together as far as how much each person is worth. But I don't know, you know, the facts of their finances, so I can't really say much about that. But yeah, neither of them want to pay spousal support to the other one, but his wife wants to get spousal support from him. Considering how many other children he has and all of these alleged wives that he has scattered across the globe, those tend to get expensive. So by the time they calculate the amount of money that he's able to pay to her, I doubt that it'll be a lot. And then if she gets full legal custody of their son, that's going to be more payments that he may have to make to her. So I don't know how this is going to go. It does sound like she's setting herself up though with this reflection collection that she's coming up with. So things may not swing in her favor the way that she thinks. that's all I have on Akon and his soon-to-be ex, Tomika. I wish them both the best. See you in my next one. Bye, guys.